नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वर्यादिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome everyone, Sarvangjapeta Yajamans, Nitya Satsangi, Shri Mahans, Kotaris, Tanedas, devotees, disciples, visitors, YouTube subscribers, viewers sitting with us all over the world through Nityananda TV, Facebook Live, hundreds of Adheenam channels, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, through two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I'll expand on Adheenam Chalo Series, Nitty Gritties of Shaktipada. Understand, every action you perform in your life, whether you drag yourself to yoga or run passionately to see somebody whom you love, whether it is passionate performance of an action which you love, or draggingly delivering something which you have to deliver, all the actions are power manifestation. Understand? You drag yourself and bend the body as minimum as possible, and Shiva says one asana, you do another asana. Because of your non-involvement, all Shivasanas become Shavasana. Whether you act in that level or too active, hyperactive, in the passion and emotion oozing from your body, mind, eyes, being, whether this or that, listen carefully. It is power manifestation. All you need to do is to remove the powerlessness from power manifestation. Listen. There are many powerlessness gets mingled with power. That becomes your belief about yourself. That is where the crime starts. Listen to this very strongly. Powerlessness mixing with power and power mixing with powerlessness, getting into your system as you, your belief about you as you, creates all problem. Feeling stylish, cool, updated, current is a kind of a power you want to experience. If you associate that with the stupid smoking and believe that makes you feel cool, current, stylish, presentable, that starts the wrong cognitions. Listen carefully. No one can get addicted to smoking unless you are interested in suicide. No one can get addicted to smoking unless you are interested in suicide. If you are getting addicted, it is the idea of feeling powerful. Understand? When you hold yourself as a leader and others hold you as a leader, you feel certain kind of a power which actually comes from the source of responsibilism, Ishwaratva, leadership. And foolishly, stupidly, that gets associated with the smoking. I have seen the teenage kids having this problem. Contributing makes you an adult leader, big guy. But they think by saying no to everything exists, you will become a leader. Means powerlessness getting associated to powerfulness, a wrong cognition. Understand, lust never becomes powerlessness in you unless the subtle, cruel pleasure you enjoy, thinking that through this way you will take revenge on the society which denied you lust, or the people who are denying you lust. Please listen. Fundamentally, the desire and happening gap, you should know the context of the gap. In our Sangha, the gap is just because Sadashiva is very clear. Your mind needs to grow. Consciousness should be matured to handle a relationship, responsibility of the relationship. Till then, wait. That is the reason I insist on waiting at least till the age of 21. Listen. The passion ignited in the system and happening of the fulfillment, the gap, if you do not have right reason, context, and trust on the fellow who asks you to wait, you start developing certain vengeance against the existing system. It is this vengeance makes pornography tasty, not pornography itself. It is this vengeance makes perversion tasty, not the perversion itself. It is this vengeance makes many of the unnatural acts tasty. Listen. Whenever powerless cognitions gets associated to powerful cognitions, and you fall in misidentification. Understand? Misidentification is throbhava, delusion. If you fall for it, you are pashu. If you can handle it, you are pati. That's all. Whether you are pashu or pati is decided by which end of the pasha rope you are. The same rope, one end pashu is tied, another end pati is holding. Pasha is the rope, delusion is the rope, one end pashu, another one end pati. Pashu feels bound, pati feels powerful, liberated. The secret is knowing what makes you powerful and what makes you powerless, and how you create delusion by confusing both. Listen carefully. A banyan sapling, while it is growing, ordinary goat can just kill it by eating few leaves, which is sprouting. But once it becomes tree, even elephant can eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, but the tree won't be disturbed. And if that sapling starts talking, anyhow one day goats are going to eat me, why not now itself let me enjoy the goat's mouth and goats enjoy me? Fool! After you grow enough, if the goats eat, they will also be empowered. You will grow fresh leaves. It will not be death for you, it will be life for you, rejuvenation for you. Now if the goats eat, you will be dead, gone, over. That is exactly the precise logic of delayed gratification, which we teach and follow in our Gurukul. Understand? When you understand the context, powerlessness never mixes with powerfulness. Lust will be ever a powerfulness in you. It cannot be denied. It is Shakti. If you add powerlessness to it and make it as a confused cognition, bhava, if you use that power to take revenge and believe that as you, then you have planted the seed for suffering forever. Whenever that power gushes into your body, you are going to act in a powerless way. What a stupidity. It is like whenever generator is given power, instead of electrifying, lighting the whole hall, it just burns the whole hall. Because the circuit is done in such a stupid way, sparks are created when it is lit, instead of light created. Understand? If a lust is lit, empowered, and it just flowers into a beautiful powerfulness and love, and I tell you, science of relationship does not need to be learned. If you know how to overflow with a pure lust. Only when the powerlessness of taking revenge, all the other powerlessness associated with the pattern of lust is believed as one single package. You add taking revenge as your lust pattern. You yourself start believing strongly. When you take revenge, you feel the same powerfulness of the lust. This is what I call wrong cognitions, being believed as the right cognitions, and you as your nature. That's the biggest problem. Teenage kids' violence is basically, fundamentally, this wrong cognition. He's a kid. Intense hormonal gush in the body. For the sake of building his muscles and body, naturally the quantity of the hormone needed is flooded in his system, and beautiful flowering of the lust is happening. But your mind and consciousness, mind need to be socially matured and consciousness need to be responsibly matured to handle a relationship. You need to know where the human beings will connect, how they can grow together, how they can evolve. Before that maturity starts happening, physically, just getting matured is not a complete readiness or preparedness. You are not a complete cooked food that you can be eaten somebody, or you are not a complete being ready for this food. This growth, conscious and psychological growth, to catch up with the physical needs, takes little time. That gap, the vows you need to take and protect yourself. Listen carefully. A sapling should not feel it should be eaten by the goat, thinking, any one day I am going to be eaten by the goat, why not today? No. When you become a tree, not just goat, elephant can eat and you won't die. You will only rejuvenate yourself and flourish. Now, an ordinary goat can finish you off. Having a proper fence and growing to be a tree is what is life positive. That is why Ishavasya Upanishad says, plan to live hundreds of years happily, radiating. Sadagnu Samaha. Understand? Not delusion, not lying, not pride, not arrogance. I'll prove my Balasans live 300 years. Just day before yesterday night, the science was complete. Means retaining the samatva in the body, even when a person goes through all the ups and downs, the vada pitta kapha not getting imbalanced during the worst and best acts of a person. The circuit I have mastered. Of course, in my body I have mastered long before, that is different. I have mastered reproducing that circuit day before yesterday night, that whole, that circuit. I saw that circuit transferring, initiation was possible. I just have to tighten few more loose ends and I'll prove how even during the worst panic attack there is no flood of adrenaline. Even during the best pleasure there is no flood of dopamine. The chemicals does not age you in your system. Understand? If the chemicals and hormones behave their responsibility and act it out in your body and live politely without leaving their remnants, toxic waste. The toxic remains in your body. You do not age. You do not age. It's a science. I should say the preliminary research, I am successful. I'll do further researches and present it and prove it, because I know for sure now tying the loose ends is a small job. If somebody can weave, can't he stitch? Weaving and stitching is separate business only in the modern day Macaulay's education, not in Sadashiva's education. In Sadashiva's education, not only weaving and stitching is not separate, even spinning and weaving and stitching is not separate. End to end, understand? Every Indian village is complete, fulfilled, self-sustaining economy and supporting structure. Every village. Still, I am not able to understand how did these guys live as such self-sufficient unit. You may think, no, their needs were very less. Whatever they needed for their life, not working for some MNC brands, they had. Understand, whatever they needed, not being taught by you that this is what they need, but whatever they need, they had, and they know how to produce, and they know how to circulate, and they know how to repair, and they know how to maintain, and they know how to enjoy. That's all. That's it. Listen, whether it's a problem a teenage boy faces, or the problem physically adult and mentally retarded teenage kids face. No, it is true, understand? It's not that physical kids are always mentally small, or the physical adults are always mentally matured. When I was going around this so-called most happiest place on the planet Earth, that Universal Studio and this Disney World and all those places, first thing I discovered, that whole campus was not designed for kids. No, it is the adults who missed the childhood life. Adults who missed doing kiddish things when they were kid. I was just looking why this place is this popular, not just by publicity, advertisement and all that. Teenage kids who are missing doing adults things, the place built for them is Las Vegas. And the adults who missed doing kiddish things, the place built for them is Disney World. Adults doing adults things, whole planet Earth. Understand, it's the things you did not do, you missed, or you did not get fulfilled, you did not get complete, or you felt you were denied without a logical reason. See, anything you have been denied with a logical reason will never become hangover in your system. Will never become a hangover in your system. I was so fortunate. I was in love with the guys who were visionaries of my life. That is why all the rules they made never remained as a hangover in me. It just became my own cognition. Understand, the biggest blessing our Gurukul kids have is they are in love with me. I am their visionary. Being in love with the person who is visionary of your life. See, Raghupati Yogi, Kuppammal, Arunagiri Yogishwara, they were visionaries of my life. How I should be, what I will be, they were deciding. And I was in love with them. Not just listening, obeying. I was in love with them. I may crib, that is different once in a while. That cribbing is not even less than 1%. 99.9999% it was just, I was in love with them, awe with them. Understand, being in love with your visionary of your life never leaves hangovers in your system about the truths they are putting it inside you. It just becomes cognition. That is why being in love with the Guru makes you enlightened. It has nothing to do with me. What can I give it to Arunagiri Yogishwara? What can I give it to Raghupati Yogi? What can I give it to Kuppammal? No, nothing. There is nothing which they do not have I can give. When I was in love with them, whatever vision they gave, it just became a reality in me. There was no hangover, fight, doubt, suffering, torture, disturbance. Words just became cognition. The truths moved from their being to my being. There was no confusion. Being in love with the visionary of your life's visionary is Guru Bhakti. It is not something unknown, unknowable, mystical, Jew, boomba. No. Choose who is your visionary, whose vision should be your life, who should visualize your life, and be in love with that person. That is Guru Bhakti. Then, however he molds you, you will never have the struggle and suffering. You just know. Wow. Whatever way they molded me at that time, because I was, I am, I will be in love with them, it feels the best, much more than perfect than the perfection itself. Being in love with the visionary of your life is Guru Bhakti. Whoever envisioned my life, I was in love with them. I was just in love with them. The earlier you fall in love with your visionary, better for your life. Because vision will start manifesting, manifesting itself. Whoever feels I am the visionary for your life, and if you are in love with me, you are Adheenavasi. The definition of Adheenavasi is this. You feel I am the visionary for your life and you are in love with me. That's it. That's it. That's it. Like Upanishad says, Kurvan neveka karmani jijivishetchatakum samaha evam tvayinanyate dosti na karma lipyate nare. Desire to live hundreds of years means decide what time you should share yourself with life so you can continue to flourish while you are sharing. Understand? If a tree gives the leaves to the goat or elephant, it is enriching. If a sapling gives its leaves to the goat, it is suicide. Suicide can never be enriching. Then in the name of enriching, you can give your organs, all organs donated. That can never be enriching. And donate the heart, donate the lungs, donate the kidney. See, donating the things which you can rebuild is different. If you are giving only one kidney, then okay, I can even call that as enriching. But if you are giving only half brain which you have, how can that be called as enriching? Hey, only that much you have. That is suicide. I tell you, thousands and thousands and thousands. Listen. I am uttering the word thousands and thousands and thousands of bhuvanas get created, manifest. Brahmandas. See, a source of Brahmanda is Brahmanda Yoni, and thousands of Brahmanda Yonis generated are from the Bhuvana, and thousands of Bhuvanas are generated from Sadashiva. Understand? Thousands and thousands and thousands of bhuvanas are generated, sustained, destroyed, deluded, liberated, but it is only to the planet Earth he comes down as Guru. Because it is in planet Earth liberation is possible. Boo. Of course, sorry for the word planet Earth, it is a too small translation. Boo. This Boo Mandala, whatever we know, and we think we don't know but assume, all that put together is Boo Mandala, not just this one planet. Unfortunately, English does not have the exact, precise word for Bhumandala. Not even the Milky Way. Milky Way is a too small word. Whatever we know and we assume we don't know, understand the word. Whatever we know and we assume we don't know, all put together is Bhumandala. Whatever we know and we assume we know, put together is Bhumandala. Listen to the truth and liberate yourself. Listen to the truth and liberate yourself. Because liberation is possible only in Bhumandala. Whatever space you may belong to, you need to be in Bhumandala for liberation. You need to be in Bhumandala for moksha. Essence of today's satsang is being in love with the visionary of your life is Guru Bhakti. Understanding the fundamental truth, who should be visionary and what should be the relationship between you and him. That's all. That's all. Being in love with the visionary of your life is Guru Bhakti. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam Sadashivoham, the eternal bliss Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.